Alright, we all know what democracy is. It comes from ancient Greek words demos, which means the people, and kratos, which means rule. So basically, the idea is that people rule the country, but instead they choose one guy that represents them and rules instead. That's a fail right there. It shouldn't even be called democracy, but whatever. So, the most of the world's countries today have a democratic system implemented. Even the ones that are monarchies, like Britain, they have a king or queen that basically does nothing, while there is a government that is elected by people through voting. The countries that don't run the democratic systems are usually said to be communist, while they are not. Russia officially has democracy and parliamentary votings, so they are not communist, while China and North Korea have an ideology that is called Yuhe, which is basically totally opposite of communism. Not like capitalism, but still not communism at all. So the only communism I see there are in their flags, not the country itself. So back to the topic. Why is democracy shit? And why should we replace it by something better? The reason number one are its ancient origins. The fucking nutjob that invented this shit is called Calisthenes. Why do you think it's stupid, you ask? Well, let me explain. So, let's say we have two persons that want to vote, you see? And the person number one is Marie Curie, a Polak chemist and scientist with an IQ of 185 and a brilliant mind. She could not vote in ancient Greece. You wanna know why? Because she is a woman. Yes, women could not vote no matter how fucking smart and intelligent they were. Which is idiotism. Bullshit, man. And we have person number two, which is Bilbo Joe. He has Down syndrome, his IQ is 37, so yes, Bilbo is mentally retarded. And guess what? Mr. Calisthenes says that he can vote even though he's retarded. He can partially decide who will rule the country. Because he is a man. He fits the fucking sexist criteria, so why not? You might say, hey man, that was fucking 3,000 years ago. Democracy is different now. Well, I have to remind you that democracy was exactly like this all the way until beginning of 20th century. You know, it was pretty recent when the women got right to vote. And those are the foundations of the same democracy we have today. Keep that in mind. Now, reason number two is that most huge percentage of people have no fucking idea about politics. To make it even worse, most of the people in all countries have only the most basic education. Some don't have any fucking education at all. If you ask any person you randomly found voting on the elections and ask them something like, why did you pick Donald Trump instead of Hillary Clinton? They will tell you it's something that is 100% not political. Because people on the elections choose whom they like the most, not who will be the best ruler and bring them easier life. Even if they wanted to pick someone who would be better for their life and their country, they couldn't make the right choice because simply they have better business than researching every damn presidential candidate and watching all of their campaigns while also studying their actions. Just remember, there are always shit tons of candidates, so making that a hard job. So only a handful of people can make the most righteous decision. But how are they gonna be even heard at all from that fucking mass? This is why politicians run all sorts of propaganda. They know most people don't have a damn clue about politics, which is why they try to be liked the most instead of being the best. You know, by giving people random pencils, notebooks with their emblem, empty promises, anything that will get them favored. Which brings us to number three. Millions and millions of dollars are spent on presidential campaign and political propaganda. They know a way to get liked by tons of people. They have all studied psychology very, very good. The only problem is that the most efficient propaganda is the most expensive one. But they don't care how much it costs, because they have budget to spend. Which is again plain bullshit. Imagine if all of the money that is spent on their bullshit campaign invested into hospitals, healthcare systems, schools, administration, road, free Wi-Fi, better police, better educational programs, anything, just anything but the campaign. But instead, they're gonna spend it on bullshit just so they can get people to like them. Literally, to get them to like them, nothing else. And most of even that fails. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who are annoyed by those placards hanging everywhere, random people knocking on your door just to tell you to vote for them. Pretty shit, man. Failure, that is. Now, reason number 4 is that you get to choose who rules the land every 4 years. So, my problem here is that, let's say, the guy who everybody elected is a fucking terrorist, okay? And you want to re-elect. You can't. You are not the one that decides when is the election. They are the ones that decide. There should be some law that allows people to re-elect if like 80% of the people, including the ones that voted for the terrorists, are unsatisfied with the new government and want to re-elect the new president. You might say, well, there is a reason elections are held every few years. They need time to make the change. Sure, but if the new government is obviously shit and people want to vote again, why not? That would be more fair and the word democracy will gain more meaning. I have more reasons, but I think those kind of cover it up. Now, earlier before I mentioned that current democracy should be replaced by something new and something better. My idea is, simply said, meritocracy. You can only vote if you have high education or if you are in politics or been in a political party for a long time. So, that's it from me. Consider this yourself and see if I'm right. Cheers.